it? I mean, you're right, the driver. And then we've got you at Bristol, we've got you coming away from Bristol with all this great interest in maths and economics. And what did you then do?
Well, I didn't know what to do, and at that time it was relatively easy to get a job. But I had an aunt who was a matron in a hospital, and she insisted that I should go into the NHS. And you remember the 60s, we were all idealists and wanted to help society, and I thought this sounded like I'd go into the NHS and help the NHS. So I signed up as a clerical officer in London.
Yes, and have you got that idealism?
I have actually, yes. Yes, I believe in the NHS tremendously, and I have all my working career. I think it's a wonderful institution, and I'd like to support it as much as I can now. I do work around the NHS now.
You started humbly, didn't you, in the NHS? How
high
up did you get?
Well, I took early retirement in about 2000 as Chief Executive of North Derbyshire Health Authority. So I sort of worked from the top, from the bottom to the top, I suppose, in one way.
Yeah. And you'd come into this part of the country in order to do the jobs with that authority?
Yes, yes. Right. It was just a straight interview, and I was absolutely delighted when I got the job up here.
In Chesterfield, based in Chesterfield?
It was based in Chesterfield, but as you know, North Derbyshire sprawls over quite a wide geographical area, so it was the whole patch.
What did you think of us when you arrived up here?
I was just staggered by the beauty of the countryside, and I found the people very friendly.
Have you heard about how beautiful the countryside was? Or?
I have to say I didn't know. I'd not really, I mean, although I'd done a fair amount of travelling, I didn't know Derbyshire. So it was a very nice surprise.
And here you are living happily ever after. Good. It's BBC Radio Sheffield. My guest is Chris Futrell. His book called Muddled, Daze is the text on which I'm working. He had a novelist kind of in the family distantly. His name was Elizabeth Taylor. Who's not the Elizabeth Taylor, but she's the other Elizabeth Taylor.
Yeah, to some people, of course, she's more famous.
Right.
If you know about literary circles and good literature, she was a very good... Yes, I don't know whether you've heard of her.
Yeah, indeed, I have,
yeah. But she has been compared to Jane Austen in some things, and she was my father's cousin, and I just hope I've got sort of half a gene that's crept through the maze.
If you have got that half gene, have you? I mean, you've been writing all your life, though not fiction and not publishing fiction.
No, but I've always loved writing. I think it is one of the things that attracts some people to express yourself, and it's only since I took early retirement that I've had the time to indulge in writing proper fiction. But I've written all my life, either professional things or humorous takes on professional matters, that sort of thing.
Are you happy, man?
By and large.
He's in the studio at BBC Radio Sheffield. He's telling us the story of his story and the story of his life. It's Chris Futrell. We shall come on to the Harold Shipman connection, folks, after the break. We shall also talk about his book, in which the days go the wrong way round and what the consequence might be of that.
This Saturday on Football Heaven, we'll be bringing you all the action live as League One comes to a close.
Jamie Vardy's got it! Ryan
Stoker's given Doncaster Rovers the lead. A fine finish from Doncaster Rovers host Rotherham United
and I was laughing
Bristol City.
so he was sort
Chesterfield
of
travelled to
picking up on that, but I thought
and then from
I didn't really understand it as a question.
We'll have live and exclusive commentary of Aston Villa versus Sheffield
We do,
United.
Absolutely
Magnificent! Football Heaven this Saturday from 2 on BBC Radio Sheffield.
Traffic and travel.
I mentioned you in terms of where we live together,
Every 20 minutes.
but he didn't ask about you.
Radio Sheffield.
A61 on approach to Chesterfield on the northbound side at Clay Cross. It's still very busy indeed. No reports of accidents or incidents, still just very slow traffic. In Chesterfield itself, just the works at Hornsbridge Island, keep an eye out for those. Doncaster Road, Conisbrough has some temporary lights around Clifton Hill and Micklebreen Grove. Rotherham, Doncaster, Sheffield, no reports of any significant problems at the moment. M1 through the works seems to be coping very nicely between junctions 31 and 32 as well. If you do spot a problem, call the Jan Dodger line 0114256 1212.
Traffic and travel for South Yorkshire and North Derbyshire.
BBC Radio Sheffield.
Radio Sheffield.
I had this in my wrist yesterday, and it's like cracks and things.
Yeah.